Hey guys, Fire Story here. Just thought I would talk about the Arcade One Up leaked list. Seen a little bit of been talked about a little bit, but thought I'd give my perspective on it. Um, so first you have Smash TV Robotron. Um, I think there is a possibility it's seeing this at some point, but definitely I think you're going to see a lot more safer titles before this ever happens. This definitely feels more to try to cater to us than obviously there were. Though I think as far as a title like that, I think it would do better than a lot of titles that would just be more niche. I think Smash TV is loved, so is Robotron. So I think that one, we could see that one as long as Arcade One Up does well with its rehashes and selling of safer titles, I guess, for lack of a better word. Cowabunga Collection, I would love to see this. I think there's a good chance to see this because Turtles is loved, and I think it sells well. I think the fact that they made a second probably speaks to that. So I think we'll see this one sooner than later. Um, Track and Field, I hope we see this. This one, I think, is also a bit more niche, a bit more like towards the older crowd that played this back in the day. But I think there's a bit of. I almost think we might see Smash TV and Robotron before we see this, but I think I could see this happening. Um, Star Wars XL. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you've now had two Star Wars. They've done well, so I could see this happening. I don't know if it would happen in an XL, and that's part of the reason I thought I would talk about these because XLs were kind of back in the day. It was suggested that they would just be sports games, but maybe they will expand it to other titles. Be a pretty cool title to see with an XL with hopefully a 19-inch screen that's actually good. AVP. Now this one, I don't know. I feel like nobody really said anything. I don't know if it was missed or not thought of, but AVP Big Blue version 2. That I find interesting. So the V2 part makes me think they've actually accepted that they need to make changes if they're ever bringing Big Blue back. And maybe they see this as because I know Big Blue didn't sell as well as they had hoped, and I think they made more of them than I think they made more than they usually do of this title. And I don't think they sold that well, and that's why I think they were the best deal at that. Well, I guess they were the second best deal. I think Outrun was the best deal, but you had to be there. I think to get that deal, you couldn't get the out. Yeah, you couldn't get the Outrun any other way. You had to actually be at the event for the Outrun. But besides that, the Big Blue was the best deal. I know I bought mine Big Blue from that sale. Um, Now, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha in a legacy cab. Hmm. I've been thinking about this one. I think if it did come out, it would probably come out in a deluxe cab, to be honest. And I think the deluxe cabs in general are becoming the norm. I think they will become the norm for Arcade One Up. I think they found a pretty good spot, and some of these other versions, unless they improve them, like make a Big Blue version 2 where the where the actual control panel is more comfortable, or put better screens in XLs. I mean, I think you're only coming back with those type of form factors if you improve those aspects of those cabs. MVC2. in an XL. Well, we just saw the X-Men 97, so I don't know if you're going to see this in an XL, but supposedly the MVC2 97 is selling well from what I've heard. So that'll be an interesting. I don't know if it will come in an XL. That feels more like a wish list item, considering the history of that title. SNK Big Red. I mean, that would be pretty cool. In an XL. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these are actually going to come in XLs, or like unless they improve the product, they're going to have to come out with an XL that actually has a good screen, I think, to bring the XLs back. Anything else, I think, would be a disaster. Off-road, I would love to see an off-road, and I'd love to see an XL Factor, because I feel like it's one of those titles that needs more space, especially if you're going to try to play 3 people with 3 wheels. I think that should be in an XL form factor. Lethal Enforcers. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting title. Hopefully it gets made. This one doesn't talk about the form factor, so we'll have to see on that. Pac-Man Royale. I mean, it's hard to say that there won't be a Pac-Man, just based on what they make a lot of their money on and what they keep rehashing. So who knows with Pac-Man? And then 720. That's the one on this list that I really don't see them making. I mean, I think you would have to improve the look of the game. Like, you would kind of have to do what you did with Blitz and improve how it looks, but that would be interesting as well. So yeah, I just thought I would talk about that. See what you guys think. Let me know, and have a good day. Take care. 5-star out. Bye.